What's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston, and before I start this video, I want to show you two links that can help you. If you don't want to watch it, skip to like a 1 minute. It's a video. A lot of my subscribers ask me for this stuff, so that's what I do. If it offends you or makes you upset in some way, skip it. It's easy enough. Or don't. But check this out. My other YouTube channel that I have that focuses on off-roading, overland, survival, etc. I have an Amazon link right there where you can go and find first aid, navigation, bug out bags, bugging in, survival clothing, cameras that I use, everything. If you want to use it, use it. If not, don't. But I've also left a link to the Patriot Pantry website. And this has worked out really well because if you're not paying attention, I don't know what to tell you, but things aren't looking too good. Our entire country, our entire economy is built on a house of cards, and it has to drop. It has to fail. Be ready or don't. At any rate, check this out. Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston, and I am in Louisiana Bayou. If you follow the Big Sip YouTube channel, you probably recognize that. At any rate, the lighting in here sucks, but I really don't care. I've been telling you since day one that this coronavirus was a complete hoax. The virus itself is a hoax. You're not going to get a flu and die from it. They're making unbelievable claims about this flu and how devastating and it's killing people, etc., etc. It's been going on since the end of December 2019. It's March 2nd, 2020. If you didn't have the news on and you just moved about through the world, you wouldn't even know anything about the coronavirus. But if you put on the news, this is all you see. Even the poor Pope is coughing. You see what I mean? CDC teams are racing to catch up. The virus may have spread undetected for 6 weeks in the U.S. The first case has reached Florida. Patients released in San Antonio. Coughing Pope cancels retreat. It's absolutely ridiculous. But they're going to use this pandemic scare that so many people are falling for to collapse the dollar, and that's already begun. The stock market's dropped a historical amount on Friday to 1191. 1,191 points it dropped in one day. Shocking, but it's right there. Well, today is 3/2/2020. Today is 3/22. Do you remember the Notre Dame fire? Remember this video I put up on April 17th, 2020 called Notre Dame and the Crown of Thorns? Well, it's really strange that this coronavirus means crown. The word corona means crown. And once again, as always, it brings me back to this. If they push this entire thing through, and they're already trying to restrict flight. You can't go on a flight unless you have a vaccine. You won't be able to go state to state. This is what they're going to use, the threat of the coronavirus as the vehicle to bring all this in. Do you see what I'm saying? For the last couple of months, we've been trying to stress that martial law is nothing compared to quarantine. Quarantine is a martial law on a whole nother level. But notice, King Trump sitting here with his scepter, sitting here on top of the world. Do you see that? King Trump. And notice this, the death card, how it all comes back around again. So maybe that doesn't make sense to you. Maybe it does. I don't know. But check out this video that Many Fish did. He absolutely nailed it all across the board.
1st of March. 2020. And I've just been staying away from the world, to be quite honest with you. However, there are many things occurring that people need to be aware of. And I just wanted to point out a couple things that really struck me as something worth sharing, okay? Everybody knows that the stock market has plunged this week over coronavirus fears. what was brought to my memory was this little clip. The market plunge. And then the very next scene in that demonic cartoon is a mosque being bombed, okay, by 3 jets. And we'll notice that those 3 jets have very distinct markings on them. 3, 2, 2. So we have this huge market decline, the fastest in history. This will break the middle class. This is the whole plan, is to render you helpless. Total financial control. And this virus is amounting to nothing more than medical martial law. So the markets plunge the 322 jets at the 3-minute and 2-second mark. Okay, we just had 33 Turks killed. This war in Syria between Turkey and Russia, both very red in their representation, mind you.
Now I'll leave links so you can watch that video on your own. But do you see how many things he's tying in there? Today is 3/2/2. It's 322 days since the Notre Dame fire. The Notre Dame fire literally mimicked I Pet Goat. How do they do that? How do they make the church spire fall exactly as it did in I Pet Goat? Because they're working with other dimensional beings, fallen angels. They're working with black magic. It's just it's unbelievably insane sounding, because I can hear myself talking. It sounds completely insane. The problem is, I was telling Brandon last night, we used to make videos and then like a year later, what we were talking about would come to pass. That's not happening anymore. We're making videos and then a week later, there it is. We make videos a week later, there it is, because they've sped this entire thing up exponentially. Now, there's plenty of you people like Miguel, his wife, Connie, who followed me for 8-10 years. Every time I'm on the road, there's a major false flag. Every time I'm on the road. It's unbelievable. As a matter of fact, here's one now. Check this out.
One of the BC victims of that mass shooting in Las Vegas is being re-victimized, this time by online trolls. Global News first spoke with Braden Matika in the days following the attack. A bullet had grazed his head. As Paul Johnson reports, as if that wasn't enough to deal with, now he's being harassed online, accused of being part of a greater conspiracy.
Had a great time in Vegas here, 30th birthday.
Braden Matika had been through the worst experience of his life. Shot through the head in the Las Vegas massacre, he was saved only by luck and the quick actions of strangers. Only days later, he mustered the strength to tell his story publicly. Now, he's been rewarded with this.
It's a false flag with crisis actors.
In the weeks since the shootings,
Every time I've been on the road, there's been a major false flag event. That particular one was the Vegas shooting. And here's the deal. I don't even know who that guy is. I never trolled him because I was on the road with almost zero internet connection. The funny thing is that guy claims, like, if I had known about it, I would have made a video about it. But I'll do it now. How's that? My ex works at a monster hospital in Boston. If you got hit in the head, even a graze by an assault rifle in a mass shooting, you don't sit there looking like Fabio with a full head of hair. As soon as you hit the emergency room, or as soon as you hit the ambo, your hair comes off so they can work on the gunshot wound. Because what's more important, the bullet wound from an assault rifle or your hair? If some of it's a lie, all of it's a lie. Long story longer, every time I've hit the road, there's been an event. 3/2/2 is today. Notre Dame was 322 days ago. Today they're voting for Netanyahu. Do you see what I'm saying? Today is a day they are not going to miss. The stock market plunges just like it did in I Pet Goat. 1191 points. 1,191. They're showing you right there to your face. Be prepared. Be ready. The first thing that's going to happen under this quarantine is you're not going to be able to move around. Stores, they own the stores. You think they're not going to figure out a way to suddenly make food inaccessible? It's all they've ever talked about. And they're going to use this to drop the dollar. Period. Here it comes. I never thought I was going to see it speed up like this, but since the year 2020 broke, look it's been nonstop. So many people, 3,000 people worldwide since December have died from the flu. Well, guess what? That happens like this. Here's the number of deaths annually since 2010. 140 to 810,000 people are hospitalized, 12,000 to 61,000 deaths annually since 2010. Annually, they're saying 12,000 to 61,000 per year since 2010. It's no big deal. It's a flu. Just like we told you from the very beginning. But the problem part, see, I'm Richie, the flu. Listen, the flu isn't going to be the issue. But the Hegelian dialectic, the flu, you don't want the flu, do you? Well, then get the vaccine. Because if you don't get the vaccine, you can't eat, you can't drive, you can't fly, you can't look out the window. They're going to do this, and they are doing this. But expect something huge today. If not, awesome. But do not be surprised, and do not be afraid. Richie from Boston. Like, share, subscribe, or don't. We're going to try to live stream tonight. We'll see if that works or not. I'm out.